Out in the shifting dunes of the Thar Desert, isolated from modern infrastructure, sits a silent marker. This is Kuldhara. Today, it is a protected monument managed by the Archaeological Survey of India. But for nearly 200 years, these vast networks of stone walls have been entirely empty. Locals and tourists alike tend to clear out before the sun goes down. Reports of strange apparitions, disembodied voices, and sudden drops in temperature have cemented the site as one of the most infamous haunted locations in India. The crumbling grid of vacant homes and bone-dry walls creates an eerie, desolate atmosphere. It sets a perfect physical stage for the foundation myth that keeps visitors looking over their shoulders. According to local legend, the story of this town ends abruptly in the year 1825. At the time, the Jaisalmer state was overseen by a powerful minister named Salem Singh, a man notorious for his ruthless administration. The story claims Singh became intensely infatuated with the local village chief's daughter. He sent guards with a clear ultimatum: hand over the girl by morning, or the entire village would face severe, unpayable taxes and extreme violence. The Paliwal Brahmins who lived there asked for one night to consider the demand. When morning came, Singh's guards found Kuldhara empty. The residents had packed whatever they could carry and vanished into the dark, allegedly along with the populations of 84 surrounding villages. Before leaving their ancestral homes to the encroaching sand, they laid down a heavy curse on the land. Anyone who attempted to resettle the village would face death and ruin. For such mysteries, strange disappearances, and serial killer cases, subscribe to our channel. Looking past the ghost stories requires understanding the people who actually built Kuldhara. The Paliwal Brahmins were a distinct, highly organized community. Historical records show Khadans settled the area in the 13th century. Pillar inscriptions identify the early inhabitants as Vaishnavites. These carved records also map out a tightly knit social structure, listing specific family lineages and subcastes, noting their distinct subgroups remained strictly exogamous. They were highly capable agricultural traders who mastered a brutal desert environment. They engineered elaborate stepwells to reach deep groundwater and built kareen, large artificial depression dams that captured seasonal rain to cultivate wheat and gram in the evaporated soil. We are looking at a deeply rooted, resilient civilization that successfully engineered the desert for over 5 centuries. The idea that a population of this scale and sophistication simply abandoned everything in a matter of hours contradicts the physical evidence they left behind. This chart tracks Kuldhara's estimated population over time. In the 17th and 18th centuries, roughly 1,588 people lived here. By 1815, that number had halved to 800. By 1890, British colonial officers recorded just 37 residents remaining. The timeline points to a slow, agonizing environmental collapse. Surveys show that by 1815, the seasonal Cockney River and the vast majority of the village's deep wells had completely dried up. With their water gone, the kareen farming system failed. Crop yields crashed, but the Jaisalmer state refused to lower its tax demands. This aggressive taxation during a severe drought is likely the historical seed that grew into the legend of Salem Singh's tyranny. Drought and taxes explain the migration, but they do not account for the state of the physical ruins. A 2017 study published in Current Science analyzed the geology of the Jaisalmer region and found clear evidence of major tectonic fault activity. The researchers looked closely at the architecture itself. Across Kuldhara and neighboring towns, buildings show uniform patterns of sudden, violent destruction: collapsed roofs, snapped stone lintels, and fallen supporting joists. That level of wide-scale structural failure cannot be caused by wind, sand, or normal desert weathering. It requires intense kinetic force. The Paliwal migration was a long, complex process. Their society was starved of water, squeezed by unrelenting taxes, and shattered by a massive earthquake. In a strange twist, the myth of the curse actually worked. Because neighboring communities genuinely believed the ruins brought death, scavengers left the stones alone, inadvertently preserving the layout of a medieval desert town. Today, that pristine isolation is gone. The government capitalized on the ghost stories to build a dark tourism hub. Paranormal societies frequently camp out in the ruins, armed with audio recorders and cameras, searching for the supernatural. This commercialization brings entirely new threats to the site. In 2011, a major movie production arrived to shoot an action sequence right in the middle of the archaeological zone. Without understanding the historical value of the structures, the film crew painted over centuries-old walls with fake insignia and coated the stone in cow dung to make it look intentionally rustic. The Archaeological Survey of India eventually halted the production, levied heavy fines, and forced a massive cleanup effort. It took an earthquake to knock Kuldhara down, but a few days of commercial filming did more direct defacement to the remaining walls than any ghostly curse ever managed. It doesn't matter if it was a predatory minister, tectonic shifts, or a changing climate that drove the final residents away. Kuldhara stands as a permanent physical record of a society that figured out how to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The specifics of their irrigation systems and trade routes faded into academic footnotes, but the ghost story survived. In the end, a fictional tale of a haunted desert ensured that the memory of the Paliwal Brahmins outlasted the very village they built.